Janina Gavankar, who plays Luna, in case anyone...
Hi, I'm Angel. My question is for Alex and for Kristen. I'm wondering, now that we're seeing this softer side of Eric, what in his history would have made him create such a straight-up badass?
First of all, is that Battlestar Galactica?
It
You're
is.
And Dr. Skarsgård.
Well, I think there's some softness and some vulnerability in Pam.
Yeah.
But I think both of us, or both of our characters, are kind of uncomfortable showing that vulnerability. And so kind of keep that. It's not till now, when Eric gets amnesia that you see that vulnerability when it comes out. And it might take something like that for Pam to as well.
She's has only been vulnerable about her maker, Eric, and now losing her face.
But I and you saw a bit of that end of season 3, like some tender moments. Mm-hmm. They're brief, but they're there.
Hi, my question is for Alex, and I'd like to know if you will be in Zoolander 2 as the ghost of Vegas.
I think that's a question for Ben Stiller, but I like the idea.
My friend couldn't get in, but my question is for Ryan. I just want to know how you find being on American television shows different to being on Home and Away.
Home and Away was pretty much my first sort of acting job. That was my acting training, if you want to call it that. I mean, I guess just the amount of people that will actually see an American show, that's sort of, I guess, the main difference. Really, it's just acting. Acting is acting. You get into the character, you say the lines, and you clock in, you clock out. But I think this show in and of itself is a whole different beast. So I know I speak for everyone when I say we all feel we know how lucky we are to be in this kind of a situation, to know that we have this many people that want to sort of cram themselves into a room like this and sort of listen to us sort of talk away. Very happy.
My question is for Alex, Anna, and Alan. This season we've seen a really kind of organic Eric that's been really vulnerable and more childlike. So presumably if and when he gets his memory back, how is that going to change the dynamics between him and Sookie, as well as with vampire politics and his standing in vampire politics?
That's a big question, and I would be giving away too much if I told how his memory return to him would affect him if his memory does indeed return to him. As far as his standing in the vampire community, the entire vampire community is pretty much under siege during this season, so I think the vampires are all going to stick together because they're fighting a common enemy. And that enemy is Michelle Pfeiffer.
Hi, my question is for Alexander. I'm from Sweden, and I'm just wondering what's the difference between the Swedish film industry and the American?
Oh wow. It's quite different. It's very, very small in Sweden. We don't have the kind of budgets that they have in Hollywood. And it's all basically independent filmmaking. But when it comes down to it, in front of the camera, it there's no difference. It's about the people you work with, the director, the other actors, the writers, and so it can be a $200 million Hollywood movie or a small Swedish indie, and you can the experience on set can be very, very similar. The experiences can be very similar.
Go ahead, next question.
Oh, hi. My question is, well, Claudia, it was revealed that she helped bring out Suki's power, and now that she was killed, is that going to give Suki full control over power, or is it going to lessen her power?
I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
I will say this. Those of you who know the books know that fairies are born in litters and they're identical. That really didn't answer anything, but I was just trying to be mysterious.
Hi. My question's for Alan, and I was wondering if the storyline between Sam and Tara is done.
Nothing's ever done on the show.
Hi, my question is for Anna's character. It seems as though she's not reading minds as much as she used to, and I was wondering if there's a part of the storyline that involves that.
I think that as Suki gets more sort of in charge of her own life, she also seems to be more in control of her powers in general. And she can still read minds, we just don't always hear about it. I hope that answers your question.
Go ahead, next question.
Hi, my name is Zainab. I'm curious if you guys know you're a huge fan in Turkey. Are you surprised at this fact that Mediterranean, Middle Eastern country is actually really interested in this show? And what would you like to say to your Turkish fans?
Thank you.
I personally am not surprised because I feel like the show is really universal. I feel like people all over the world like crazy, messed up weirdness. And I would say to them, thank you.
All right, go ahead, next question.
Hi. You seem to be working at least somewhat at a book a pace, and I'm wondering how long you expect to be able to maintain this kind of timeline and keep the show on the air.
It's a very organic process, the way we break the stories, and we have borrowed things from books later in the series and put them in. And I think as we get further down the road, it will probably become less and less. This season is based on this book. This season is based on this book. But as far as I think the show has a tremendous amount of life, and I hope to get to the point where it becomes a problem for us in the writers' room to explain why the vampires seem to be aging.
I was here in the first panel that you had here, Mr. Ellis, and I noticed that you were very reserved and you had your hat down and you were sitting way back. And as a member of the gay community, I can only assume what kind of reaction it was you were expecting from the audiences, especially being such a resoundingly gay character in the Deep South. What in your experience between that first panel in this room and now has changed, because you're sitting up and you look very much more animated? So what has changed in your perception of your character's reception?
Well, I was scared. I was scared. I didn't know how the public would receive a character that was so outlandish and bold in who he was. I didn't know if he was going to be offensive or if I got it right. So I was nervous to hear what people was going to say to me when I came out. Plus, it was my first Comic-Con, and it was overwhelming. I was like, damn, it's a lot of people. But I'm a lot more comfortable now, because it seems like y'all like Lala, so I'm all good.
First off, I would like to say this to Anna. Sucky. My question is, all of you guys, your characters have superpowers, but where do you draw the energy to act for their normal lives? Where do you get the inspiration to put, all this energy into Sookie, Eric, Bill, etc.?
I think for me, all these characters, even though they do have these supernatural aspects, they are grounded so incredibly firmly in a very human reality. And the things they go through emotionally all resonate really strongly. And I think that's why, I hope that's why people react to our show as they do. And for me personally, as an actress, that's where I tap into who Sookie really is. It's not her supernatural abilities, that's kind of the fun, bells and whistles. It's the fact that the things she's going through are incredibly real and really intense a lot of the time. That's probably true for a lot of characters.
I think that Ryan and I were talking about this before we came on, and